Hi everybody, Jo here again. How are you doing? I hope you're doing okay and today's going well. Now, today's little video, I've been asked about stamping on the gel press, so I thought I'd incorporate that into creating a tag, because also the other thing is I've been asked about the bob long. So this is the sort of design I'm going to create, and I say sort of because you know what I'm like. And as you can see, we've got this lovely stamping, and because it's on the gel press, it gives a print. It's a mono print, and it does give a total different feel. But then I've stamped on top of it. And I've got myself this is one of our large watercolour tags. So I've got my tag ready. And when you're using the gel press, my suggestion is have a few things at hand ready. So I've got some copy paper here, my brayer, a good soft rubber roller. I'm going to use a couple of colours of the Elements ink on it. Bermuda, Flying Fig. These are your dye-based inks, but Elements have got a low water and a high pigment content, so they're perfect for the gel press. And I've got myself here, and this is the bob long, and I've actually put the bob long on. As you can see, we have a nice acrylic plate that fits perfectly, and what I'll do is I'll just put some copy paper underneath, so there's a fighting chance of you seeing what I'm doing. Now we might not get all of it on just because of the size. And I've got a couple of stamps ready, and one is the vine branch stamp. This is this lovely stamp, but it also makes a fabulous tree. And I've also got this fern heads, and it's an older stamp, and I used it the other day, if you remember, and I loved it and thought, right, I'm going to use that again. Right, so I think we're ready. First of all, I'm going to come in with the Bermuda. And I just want a little bit of ink, a basic sort of background colour. Now, when you're inking up, the main thing to remember is the brayer needs to roll. And top to bottom, don't miss any. Well, try not to. And then just don't over brayer as well, because what you'll find if you do, you end up taking the ink off. So I want to come in now with a little bit of the Flying Fig. So I'm just inking up this half of the brayer, and I just want it down this sort of side. So I'm just going to sort of pick up the bob long, and I just sort of fuzzy this edge. And I'm just sort of almost bouncing it a little, just because I want a nice sort of fuzzy edge. Bit of a technical term there, bouncing it a bit. Pop the lid on that, and again I just clean my brayer on the copy paper. And then I'm just going to file that on the floor. Next thing, some stamping. Now you can just take the colour off with your stamp, and it almost gives you a ghost image, but I'm going to ink up my stamps. So I'm going to come in first with Wisteria Purple. It's one of the new colours, and this is what I'm going to use for the vine branch. So I'm going to ink up, and I'm going to come in. So I'm going to turn this round, and I'm just going to come in and stamp. Now, when you stamp on the gel press, it's quite a firm and then lift up. And then I'm going to take... Now, my suggestion would be have an extra piece of card or one of those tags that you're halfway through doing, and stamp that on there. So you're going to get that twofer. Now, I'm thinking actually I could do that bit up there. Yes, I like that. Happy with that. So fern heads now, and I'm going to change colour. Melon Soda. And I'm going to come in, and this is fine, it doesn't damage the gel press, and got a little bit of fibre there, and again it's sort of a firm but gentle, if you know what I mean. And we'll do first and second generation, and I'm just cleaning that because I'm picking up a bit of ink, look, from the gel press, and I don't want that to go on my ink pad. So we'll come in again, and we'll have again a firm. But you get some lovely colour tones by doing this. Another one there. And again, we'll pop the lid on there. You need lots of space for this, but if I just clean that on there, look at that. So as I say, you're going to get a twofer, so you can use this. Now, I'm going to get my tag and then going to stamp it. I'm turning it round, look, so I can see and I can direct exactly what I want where. Right, happy with that, I think. Give it a good press, lift up, give it a rub, and then peel it off. And look at that. I love that. And it just gives you that lovely background. To clean your gel press, just remember, copy your paper, and when you lift it off, you've got that ghost print look. And again, you could use that. So we'll move this all out of the way. With your gel press, my suggestion would be to pop it in its case as soon as you can, because you don't want to stand anything on top of it. But we can come in now and I'll just show you what I did from this point, because often we show you a gel press background, but then we leave it then. A few of you have come in and said, Jo, we need to know what to do next. So what I'm thinking is moon mask. We'll get rid of this for the minute. And I'm going to put my moon mask here and come in with some mermaid. And we'll just, and what's nice is, I've not dried this. When you use the gel press, it is amazing how straight away it sort of dries and you can add other inks, other colours, and just build up the design. So I think, look at that. It's just so lovely, isn't it? So we've added a bit of blue in the sky, and I want to come in a little bit deeper. So if you look, there's a bit there where I've sort of missed the edge. So I'm just going to come in and add a bit of ink there and make it look. Now look at that. Just looks like part of the design. Now I want to add a little bit darker in this corner. So did I mention this is Midnight Blue? And then at the base here, just going to add some Midnight Blue just to deepen it up a little bit. I'll give that a wipe. And then we'll add a little bit of stamping. I mean, look at this. There are so many different things you could stamp here. But I'm going to come in with the mini flutter, and I've got one of the words off the friendship set. So I'm going for the black. And I'm going to stamp believe. And I'm thinking that will just go nicely in the middle there, look, in that space. And then the mini flutter. And I'm thinking I'm going to have one that way up there. And that will give me, look at that, that will go lovely down there. Now, what to do as well with the mini flutter is when I'm stamping, I get all my little scraps of card and I stamp some extra because I'm going to decoupage those. But you don't need to see me stamping the extra. But what I do want to show you is, for me, when I've got the design like that, it's nice, but the black is there and it's almost in one place. And for me, it looks better because I've got the black there. When you look at it, your eye is drawn to that bit and you need your eye to look at the whole design. So if you get something like, I've gone for the woodland ferns. And if you're not sure about this, take a photograph of the tag like this on your phone and then add a little bit of stamping in black down here. Take another photograph and look at the two. And honestly, be amazed how adding the black at the base, not only does it ground the design, but it makes it look like a much better cohesive design. It almost ties it all together. That's all I need. That woodland fern is just such a useful stamp. Now, what I will do is I'll just give you a quick little how I coloured the butterflies, because I have coloured and cut 2 out, you see. These are the Mondeluz pencils, and I've just gone for 132 and 179. And you know me, nice easy colouring, some red in the middle. And then to bring in those purpley tones, I've just gone a little bit of purple on the outside. And then the clear wink of Stella. Now you could use a water brush, but I'm just going to colour that purple and blend it to start off with, then just clean that purple off and then come into that red look. And that just blends the red into the purple. Again, clean the little nib on the card there. And when that dries, it's got that lovely sparkle. So there's another one for me to cut out for later. So what I love is we've got this design so far. Now I'm just going to add a tiny bit. I am going to decoupage the butterfly. But just in case you do get to see a little bit underneath, I always think it's best to just add a little bit round the edge. There we go. And it's just those finishing tricks now, which, you know me, these are the bits I love. Black fine liner pen. We'll put a little border round the word, and I'm just going to do some little dots. So yeah, I know I'm playing. I just love to play, don't I? Now, you could leave it like this, but what I'm thinking is, with Posca, I'm going to bring in some little pink berries. Now, it might be you don't want to add the berries, which is perfectly fine. Again, it's your design. You might want to add some stickles, some glitter. I'm just going for these. I'm just into these berries at the minute. And again, you know, we all have different things that we get into, don't we? And when those are dry, I'm going to add a little white. If I show you on the finished one, look, when they're dry, I come in and add a little bit of white. The reason it has to be dry is if I put the white Posca on top, because it's a water-based product going on a water-based product and they're both wet, they will just merge. So the white will almost disappear and look clear. And a few of you have messaged and said that happens. But if you wait till it's dry, so look here, there's a couple I haven't done just to show you. So once it's dry, when you come in with the white and you put your little dots on, it will stay as white. But if I do it when it's wet, it almost goes clear and disappears. So we'll get rid of this. And I've got a yellow, you know the yellow sparkle that I use? Well, I've got a green as well. They came in a set together. The beauty of it is now I use the yellow so much you can get those singly. But I just want some little green, just some little splatters, just for a change, because I know I use the yellow a lot. And a few of you have said, oh, that yellow. So round those fern heads, I'm just going to add some of that green. And it's these little things that just make all the difference. Right, butterflies, bippity boppity glue. And again, I've mentioned this before, I tend to glue on the base just because if I put glue on my butterfly, I keep dropping things at the minute and I'm liable to drop my butterfly. This way I've got more of a fighting chance of actually getting it in the right place. Now the glue will dry clear. So we'll just add a little bit of highlight. And I could highlight the butterflies before, but I'm not sure where the moon is before, which butterfly is going where. So I tend to just wait until they're on. Let's see, is this dry enough? Oh, I think it might be dry enough that we can add. And again, I just think the white brightens it up and gives it that little bit more sparkle and looks like the sun or the moon is just catching those berries. It just somehow brings them to life. Now this tag you could do, we've got so many stamps that work well on the gel press, but have a go if you've not had a go. And if you're new and you're getting used to your gel press, honestly, start stamping on it. Once you've got used to using your stencils, just start stamping. I'm sure you're going to love it. So there's our lovely little tag finished. And I know you're going to ask what I'm going to do with it. Well, I have created a page ready. So, you know my beautiful, I showed you last week, I'm making this. I bought this in the Lavinia shop. So it's from the Dreamatorium. And I'm just creating my little pages with my tags in. And this is my tag book, look. So I've created a page ready and I've stamped on and I've written stamping on the gel press using VersaFine Clear inks. And all I'm going to do is add that lovely little tag there, look. And so this is going to be a place where not only will I keep all my tags together, but I'm going to have a little bit of writing that explains each tag. And this almost reminds me a bit of Japanese art, and honestly the pages. So that's the tags, but like I say, if you've not had a go stamping on the gel press, it is so much fun. But get yourself a few tags or some multifarious card ready, because once you've done one, you'll want to make more and more. And also, I know you clever lot, you're going to be using that background, that extra stamping. So you take care. I hope you have great fun creating. Please share on our socials and tag me in. Oh, tag me in. There you go, tag me in. A little pun there, because I love to see what you're getting up to. I am a bit nosy like that. So sleep well, enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you again soon. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.